welcome to Recollections May Vary, a royal recap. I'm Kinsey Schofield, here with daily dose of Donna's Donna Bowling, pop culture connoisseur and fellow Angelino. Go give her
Hi.
a subscription. Go give her a sub if you haven't already. Um, we you hit 50,000 a few weeks ago. Were you like isn't that such a good feeling?
It was a crazy feeling. I just can't believe it.
You're such a grown up. We're such adults. I feel like we have one more friend on the playground. Come on over. Welcome to
Uh,
our tribe.
it was a really cool moment. I mean, that's a big number. It's
It
a huge
is.
number.
I think about it in like stadium terms. Like, if we were to throw a party, we would have the best party ever. With all of our followers. Like I just think that, oh, you just did also the Daily Dose of Donna live. And so
Dosers Live.
you got to meet like a bunch of people that absolutely adore you. So that must have been really cool.
It was really cool. People flew in from all around the world. Someone came in from Australia.
What? That's
What?
amazing. Did
I
they
was in shock.
did they bring a wombat? Because that
Yeah,
would be a requirement for me.
they probably left the wombat somewhere else because I didn't remember getting the wombat, but in my heart, I found what is a wombat?
Oh my God, they're the cutest things. I
Oh,
follow
it's the
so many.
animal.
Yeah, I follow so many wombat rescues. Like if when you say Australia to me, like I just think about all the wombat rescues I follow on Instagram. Our last video did really well, so thank you so much for coming back. We are on Harry and Meghan watch, as you know, and this is like the perfect topic for us because we're Southern California girls. Disneyland. I mean, it's too expensive for me these days, but still, what a
Mm.
great escape. What's your favorite Disneyland ride?
Can I tell you something that's tragic?
I already hate the direction of this conversation.
I was there the day before they went.
Oh, okay.
This would have been amazing content for you.
It really would have. Yeah,
How
you've
did it
disappointed me.
work? How did it work with them being there? Like, because I had just been there. Then the next day they went, and I was thinking, like, there must have been insane security around them. Like, how does that fly?
Well, did you notice in all of the pictures, there's like no one else except for their people, like their security team, but in the background, I mean, their kids are barefoot in some of the pictures, so clearly they were feeling comfortable.
Barefoot at Disney is a crime.
I know it is questionable,
Yeah.
but I think that Disney must have some sort of strategy for their, and I should have studied this, but for their VVVIP
They,
clients.
yeah, they definitely have a VIP situation. I know that, like, you can pay a good amount of money for
I don't think they paid though, girl.
oh, they got paid.
Yeah, I think that that's like, well, that's my, okay. So here we'll go through some of the quotes,
Yeah.
talk about how Prince Harry's never going to grow up, his Peter Pan syndrome. Prince Harry detailed his recent Disneyland trip with his wife, Meghan Markle, and their two kids, Archie and Lily, in a special edition of 2020. I only want to hear about Karen Reed on 2020. Okay. I don't need a Disneyland episode. Like, what shocked me to my core? In the happiest story on earth, 70 years of Disneyland, Harry joked that his little ones thought the theme park was amazing before they'd officially entered. He gushed, "It brings out the kid in you again." I mean, special reminder, this guy just learned how to pay his phone bill 5 years ago. So there's still a little bit of a kid in him consistently.
Hmm.
Meghan shared footage on social media. Elsewhere in the special, she looked back on her own childhood as along with Prince Harry, who talked about how his late mother, Princess Diana, and his brother, Prince William, went to Disneyland in 1993. "I remember it very, very well. I remember losing it as a kid with all the characters, like losing it. He would go round and round on Space Mountain 10, maybe 12 times." That sounds very privileged, by the way, because we would have to stand in a very long line to try to accomplish the same feat. Meghan said it was more accessible to her because she's a SoCal girl. Are these guys influencers now? Because we see them take this trip and post about it on the gram, and then they basically appear as spokespeople in a special for Disneyland on 2020, and it's like I cannot see William and Catherine ever doing something similar.
You know what's interesting is the timing. Thankfully, this didn't happen circa the Jimmy Kimmel cancellation because this could have been a major PR blunder for them if they were
Right.
supporting Disney and the Mouse House
Well, girl,
during
this just
this.
happened this weekend, so that it kind of did. Like
Wait,
I
this aired this weekend?
yeah, so I did have people in my comments, and I didn't connect the dots till I started putting together this rundown for us. But I had people in the comments going, "Are they going to give back their Disney money?" because of the Kimmel
Oh,
cancellation. And I was like, what do they mean? And now it's all coming together. I'm like,
when did they go to Disneyland? I thought this was
it
weeks and weeks
it
ago.
was during Lily's birthday, but the Disneyland special just came out this weekend on Hulu.
Got it.
So yes, so the
So, okay.
visit happened earlier, but the promotional docu series just came out over the weekend. It's interesting that you said about the timing. I want you to go back to where you were, but what I thought was interesting about this timing was it feels like it's trying, in my opinion, Meghan has always tried to brand herself as a Disney princess. And I felt like this was more timing wise, Meghan continuing to try to go the wholesome route to help elevate her lifestyle brand.
Mm.
Maybe I'm thinking too deep there. I don't
I
know.
mean, I wouldn't be surprised that she's thinking of like all avenues. But my thought is everything seems to kind of go to crap when Megan puts her hands on it. And like Disney's having a really rough PR week.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't seem so shocking that, of course, Meghan Markle's involved.
Oh my God, we're going to get into the term markled when we talk about the Bumble CEO.
That's
But
true.
every like the joke is that anybody that associates with Meghan Markle is inevitably markled, which means you're canceled. Like Tyler Perry, like
Everyone.
everyone.
It's like how we use on my show you're Blaked.
Oh
Like
God,
it's the same. She is a stain on a lot of brands and a lot of companies because I mean clearly she didn't do a good job with Spotify. Didn't she have a huge Spotify thing and that went
yes,
south? And then of
yeah,
course Netflix and that goes south. And then she worked with Disney and Disney's having an I mean ABC is also the 2020
yeah,
and they could not have a worse week PR wise. I mean the worst.
markled.
Markled. Markled. Hashtag markled.
It's just so strange to me that Harry and Meghan leave the British royal family 5 years ago, and they say they are going to pursue a life of service. And okay, I understand they've got these commercial ventures because they have to pay their bills, but this is really an odd placement. Harry and Meghan in the middle of a docu series about 70 years at Disneyland. I mean, I know for a fact that they don't go to Disneyland often because Harry specifically says when they recently went the trip you're talking about, the kids were excited about the outside and he said wait till you see the inside. So it's not like these two are regular visitors of Harry's talking about a trip from 1993. It feels so forced and like there is an ulterior motive, and that ulterior motive is got to clean up their image because well that
And also a
yeah
shite ton of money.
yeah well and you've got to clean up their image because they basically are known for terrorizing Queen Elizabeth towards the end of her life, and that
Yeah.
it's hard to have a squeaky clean image when you're accused of elder abuse. You know what I mean?
That's a tough one. That's a
Yeah.
tough one to overshadow. Did Megan the entire special, did she say like H when H got the big pickle? Because you know that big pickle is so iconic. Did they eat during the special? Did you see them eat treats?
I don't recall seeing Megan shoving anything to in her mouth the way she did in that Bloomberg interview. Look at how relatable I am. I'm a messy eater,
I
girl.
mean, that's the big part of Disneyland is like the snacks. Did they
Oh, that
not?
is that not the truth? So I what like I tell I'm taking my nephew and I'm like, dude, we got to get the churro outside of the haunted mansion. Like that is a
For
conversation that we
sure.
have to get the churro outside of the haunted mansion. Like it's like must do. So food is very important. It's interesting because she told Oprah Winfrey during that original sit down, they're in the chicken coop and she's telling Oprah
As
that
one does.
yeah, as typical Tuesday. And she's telling Oprah that she felt like Ariel from The Little Mermaid when she was a working member of the British royal family because they had
She
stolen
lost
her
her
voice.
voice.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And so for Lily's party at Disneyland, they had the most gorgeous Ariel cake for her. And I just kind of cringed a little inside because I just thought, oh, girl, stop trying to pretend you're the Disney princess. The Disney princess never quits. Okay. The Disney princess never quits.
It's a really wild connection. And how in the world do you expect the royal family to take that? That they're Ursula?
Yeah.
They're like the mean, evil, octopus lady? Was she an octopus? I feel
Yeah,
like Ursula was an octopus.
she was a thick one. Yeah, she was a thick
There was a
octopus.
lot of like moving parts. But
But
no one wants to be Ursula. And
no,
so to compare your old family to Ursula, of course everyone's going to hate you for saying something like that. But yeah, the ultimate victim.
the classic. Did you see a lot of positive press for Prince Harry's UK trip? Obviously, I my eyes are going to be different than yours because this is my job. But
Yeah.
as you scrolled through, did you feel overwhelmed with Prince Harry's back to old Prince Harry? The prodigal son has returned.
Hmm. I mean, I felt like I was being bombarded by Prince Harry. You know, I get alerts from certain websites like the People alerts and TMZ alerts and stuff. And I was like, is this a joke? Like, I
Yeah,
felt like I was on a royal
Harry watch.
family. Yeah, I really did. I felt like I was on a royal family app, which is unlike me, my content, because I don't normally, follow the royal family so much. It was Prince Harry, Prince Harry, Prince Harry. I mean, it was crazy. But it was not negative, and it was
No,
very much connecting. He's seeing his father for the first time. He's being with his father. He's with his father. He's with. So there is clearly a very strong push towards they're going back home. They're kind of ending that's the push, right? That
right.
seems to be like the story that they're going to be eventually moving back to the UK. Is there truth to that, or is that just am I just reading that?
This is so weird because I do believe the people that say Harry wants his children to go to school in the UK, and I think they're scared of this school issues we have here, if you know what I mean, like without
Yeah, of course.
getting flagged by YouTube. We have,
Well, just the dangers, the
yeah,
realities
yeah,
of growing up in America right
right,
now is
right.
hard.
And so I really do believe that he signed Archie up at Eton, the school he went to, and that where William went and Prince George, who's going to be king one day, will go. It is the safest school in the world. A lot of high profile people send their children to this school, this boarding school. So you're going to have the most insane security level ever there. Um, but I don't think Meghan Markle would ever go back to the UK. It's a real difficult thing to predict when I think Meghan absolutely loathes the UK despite selling biscuits and tea on her website, cultural appropriation. Um, and then not wanting to send her kid off to a foreign country. Like, I get that. I think that that's a really difficult decision that they're going to have to debate. But I felt like the last 2 weeks have been a charm offense, and the Disney special just was kind of like the cherry on top of the sundae.
Yeah. I would be so interested for her like I want to know what the conversations are in that house between the two of them about what the future is between those I mean, for me, I feel like she has had control, just not knowing the details, but just understanding that he left his life to
Yeah.
be with her. She has had control up until now. And maybe he's finally pushing back. Like, look, you tried it. You
Yeah.
tried it. We went your route. We gave it your all. We gave it however many years that they've been married. I don't know. We gave it 5, 6, 7 years, and we're back at square one. Like, we kind of don't really have anything else going on right now. Let's maybe consider another option because now
That's
I'm being offered A, B, and C in the UK. I don't know. What would Harry do in the
That's a really good
UK?
observation. I can see that. That's a really good observation that maybe he is finally pushing back and going, look, we've made all of these decisions for you, and they're not, maybe the return on investment's just not there. I mean, um, what would he do? I think he would love to be a working royal again because I think that that's
Yeah.
all he knows how to do. But the royal family is saying you're not going to be half in, half out. And I don't think Prince William would ever have him back because of, the way that they treated Catherine, the Princess of Wales, who will be queen one day. But it's like you talking about how Meghan's in charge. I Meghan, before she started dating Prince Harry, but she was definitely trying to meet somebody. She had meetings with production companies and with agents in the UK because she was shopping her own food show, whether it was travel and food or whether it was in the kitchen with Meghan. She was shopping that before she met Prince Harry, off the tail, like off the success of Suits, knowing she was going to be written out of Suits, trying to figure out what her next moves were. So it's so interesting to like watch all of her dreams come to fruition at the expense of everything in his life. Do you
It's
know what I mean?
wild.
It's like,
It's wild, and I can only imagine, unless he's like just such a wonderful human being, I can only imagine the resentment in that marriage.
Mm,
Because no man, and I say this not as like a misogynist thing, but I say this just as a marriage thing, like no man that grew up knowing that you had this like huge life ahead of you as a prince,
yeah.
and then you give it all up for your wife. No man is not going to hold some resentment that you became essentially a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah, a Manny. I always
Yeah.
call him a Manny.
I mean, he really is. And I told you on the last time I was on your show that he, from my personal friend who raises her kids in that town, he is the more active dad. He's like the dad that takes them to soccer, et cetera, between the two of them. So it's just got to be there's got to be like some stuff
Yeah,
going on
friction.
there.
True or false? Incognito mode makes you invisible on the internet. The answer is actually false. Most people have no idea, but your browsing history can be monitored and even recorded unless you use today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN reroutes your internet traffic through a secure encrypted tunnel, protecting your data from hackers, advertisers, and even your internet service provider. Depending on where you live, ISPs can actually be required to log your activity or, even worse, legally sell your browsing history. ExpressVPN makes sure that doesn't happen. It also lets you change your online location so you can access geo-locked content on streaming platforms like Netflix, Disney Plus, and BBC iPlayer. With servers in over 100 countries, you can unlock thousands of new shows and movies from around the globe. Setup is simple, just one click to connect, and it works across all your devices, phones, tablets, laptops, even smart TVs. Speeds are blazing fast, so you can stream HD with zero buffering. I've used ExpressVPN while traveling, and it gave me real peace of mind. Protect your online privacy today by visiting expressvpn.com/Kinsey to get up to 4 extra months free. That's expressvpn.com/Kinsey. He gave an interview to The Guardian right after he did his triumphant UK return, where he said that he had no regrets. Basically, he never aired his family's dirty laundry, and that creating Spare and the Netflix series was a tough choice he had to make, but he needed to hold people accountable, basically pushing back on
Mm.
the royal family again. And then within 24 hours, the Daily Mail is reporting, clearly sourced by the Sussexes, that Harry expects to do some events alongside his father, which would, unify the family, make the family look strong again, but would also help him navigate that half in, half out, which the Queen said, absolutely not. You're either a full-time royal or you can't be a royal. And you just think the audacity, that's someone that has never had to, that's someone that was never punished at home or had to actually face the consequences of their actions. That's a man that for over 30 years had like a team of people at a palace that would fix things for him, that would,
Hmm.
bury stories, or if wrecked a car, would swoop in to make sure the car was taken care of, paid his phone bill again. He said they didn't even own a couch when they first decided to do their big up and leave. You just realize that this is a guy that's never really had a lot of responsibility, and this must be pretty tough. But like you said, everything Meghan has done so far uh, has not worked out in their favor. Spotify bombed. Whatever happened? Confessions of a Female Founder, we think she just gave up on, which is a Limonada podcast, and she was
Hmm.
not making the same money there. Uh, with Love, Meghan season 2, that I didn't even hit the top 100. So uh, that causes friction at home. I don't even feel like that's debatable when you don't know where to go next, and when you feel like you're facing a lot of doors slamming in your faces. It's stressful.
Yeah, there's no question.
Well, it's not stressful, wearing $300,000 worth of jewelry to a charity event,
It
because Prince
stresses me out.
it stresses me out too. I'm like, oh my god, what if I drop something? I mean, I
I would
can't.
freak out.
I only wear enough jewelry so that I can look at it and know exactly where it is. Like, I remember trying to be a stacks girl, like stacking my rings.
Yeah.
And then it just got too stressful because I was like, what if I accidentally drop one and I have no idea that I dropped one?
Yeah.
So Prince Harry and Meghan stepped out on Saturday for the 1-805 live concert. This is at Kevin Costner's oceanfront estate, an
Oh,
event
so
benefiting
fancy.
Santa Barbara County's first responders. Now, observers couldn't help but notice Meghan's reported $300,000 worth of jewelry. While charity events are meant to highlight those in need, her extravagant accessories shifted the focus to her style rather than the cause. Critics argue that for someone who frequently champions compassion and equality, the choice came across as tone deaf. What really annoyed me about the jewelry is it feels like she's always wearing a piece of Princess Diana's
Mm.
jewelry collection. And this particular time, she was wearing Princess Diana's Cartier watch, which uh, Paul Burrell, Princess Diana's former butler, claims after she died, Prince William really wanted this watch. And
Mhm.
so this watch was in Prince William's possession up until he met the Princess of Wales, Catherine, Kate Middleton. And when he decided he wanted to marry her, he did a little switcheroo with Prince Harry, where Prince Harry, who had taken her ring, said Catherine should have this. Thank God he did that. Can you imagine Meghan wearing that ring? And
Oh my
then
God.
I know. And so then Harry gets the Cartier watch, and this is what she was wearing over the weekend. And of course, it's because all of the headlines are about her wearing Princess Diana's jewelry. And I just think, oh my, it drives me so crazy because it's just a way for her to try to take some of that Diana glow, like the popularity that just automatically comes from Diana, throwing all of her jewelry or trying to dress like her. It's no, thank you. My body rejects.
And I looked up the pictures because there's some pictures of them on a stage. I don't know who they were, who was performing or anything, but there's a picture of them on a stage. And it's like, I mean, the piece is beautiful, but it's not, it's kind of like what a random event
Yeah.
to wear such an expensive. It's not like she's even dressed very glam.
Yeah.
It's not a
Well,
glam event.
I know, but that dress was $2,500. But again, that goes to my point of just how unrelatable and why I would if I had $2,500 to spend on a dress, it's not going to look like that.
Okay, so $2,500 is a lot of money for
Yeah.
someone like me. I don't think I spent 20. Honestly, I didn't even spend that much on my wedding dress. Okay,
Oh wow.
and I mean, no way, I didn't.
Yeah.
I swear, I think I spent $1,500 on my wedding dress, which is low. Okay, but I'm a budget girly, and I'm gonna have my kid's bar mitzvah this year. There's no way I'm spending 25. It's a night, but
Yeah.
this is okay. Fine, $2,500 for Meghan Markle, not a big deal. They have a
Yeah.
lot of money. The dress looks like a Zara.
Girl, that's what I'm saying. I was thinking that too. I was like, this
Nothing
just looks,
special.
yeah, I could get that at Old Navy or
It's like a
Gap.
wrap dress. It's like a
Yeah.
neat, it's like a 3/4 long.
It does
Um,
not flatter her body either.
Nothing special. So then you throw on this Princess Diana watch, and it's because probably that she wants people to pick up on this. Like she
Yeah.
wants because she knows everyone is going to, seek through what is she wearing? What is this jewelry? What is
Hmm.
this? She
Right.
wants people to notice it. No?
Our mutual friend Maureen Callahan joked that we were going to see her like stuffing a turkey during her Christmas special in with Diana's jewelry on because I don't know if you notice on her show, she's always cooking without taking her jewelry off, like making sourdough bread with like
Ew, and
thousands
you
of
like
dollars.
see it in the
Yeah.
crevices.
Yes, and you're just like, oh my gosh, take your rings off while you're fondling the bread. And so Maureen Callahan's like, she's going to be, stuffing a turkey during the Christmas special with Princess Diana's jewelry on. You're just like, oh, for the love of God, can we not?
Can you imagine she's doing it and then she was like, "Oh, this was my former mother. This was my mother-in-law's,
Yeah. Oh my,
Diana's." And then she pulls it off. I
so
mean, you can
subtle.
see her doing something like that. This was
Abs-
Di's.
yeah, this was Dies. So very subtle. It was a rare moment though where we actually did see not we didn't have any pictures of them together, but a rare moment where they're actually in the same space with some high profile talent, Kevin Costner, um, Rob Lowe, such a stallion, Rob Lowe. Oprah
So
Winfrey was there
hot.
too. But like nobody wants pictures with them anymore and stuff, which I think is a little weird.
I'm not seeing any pictures of them with anyone else, just the two of them in the article.
Yeah, isn't that odd. Like if you go to an event like that, I did have the Daily Mail reach out to me and ask me if Meghan appeared unrelatable wearing $300,000 worth of jewelry. I said, I don't think she cares about being relatable. I think she's keeping up with the Joneses and she wants to keep up with her neighbors. I said, I don't think she cares at all about being relatable to her audience.
I wonder if Rob Lowe's wife was also wearing a $3 million or like a $300,000 jewelry stack.
Isn't she
Like,
a
I doubt
jewelry
it.
design? She's a jewelry designer, so
Oh,
maybe,
is
but
she?
yeah.
I just
So
feel like Rob Lowe's family and vibe is like very laid back. Like,
they are,
I
but
just,
he's got a fresh hair color that I'm not quite comfortable with.
oh, I need to check that out.
Yeah, it's a little too glossy for me. Also, he would make he would be gray like such a stud.
I mean, listen, he's a good looking guy no matter what.
That's a fact. I guess I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next story, which I feel like every time I tell you one of these, I go into the deep Sussex history. I hope you're not like, thank you, Professor. But
Okay.
there's so much backstory to some of these. So Edward Enninful worked with Meghan Markle on a previous Vogue cover, and this was when she was like the new girl, and everyone loved her. So he's starting a new magazine. He has started it. It's called 72. It's ad free and it's $20 an issue. It's a quarterly magazine. And so, of course, people are asking him, are you going to work with the Duchess of Sussex again? Because it's clickbait. But we got what we were looking for with this story. The history is back in 2019. It was British Vogue September issue. And, the September issue is Vogue's like end all be
Big
all.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he called Meghan a biracial powerhouse and a like minded thinker. Really, just he adored her when they worked together on this project. He tried to put her on the cover and she said, no, let's call it the Forces for Change cover. And she put a bunch of different women. And then in the center was like this foil piece. So it would reflect you. Clever. I'm not hating on it. Although we
Hmm.
were angry at the time that she didn't include Queen Elizabeth. Like it was like, oh, come on. You should at least acknowledge your husband's grandmother. But 3 years later, there was a fallout. According to the Times of London, um, Meghan and Harry asked him and Vogue to cover some of their charity work, and they wanted the cover. And the only way that they were willing to participate in the article was if they would give them the cover. And this was around the time that Queen Elizabeth passed away. And Edward Enninful has become like very close to King Charles and Queen Camilla. So he was like, I won't give you the cover. I'll give you plenty on the inside. I'll give you plenty of room on the inside, but I won't give you the cover. And so Meghan like abruptly canceled on him. So they asked him with this new magazine, would you do something with Meghan? And he said, Meghan and I had a great moment with the issue we did, but I feel like I have done it and I wouldn't necessarily repeat myself. Now, that's like the sexiest dismissal I've ever heard. Am I
That's
wrong
a
in like,
really it's a really nice way to be like, thanks, but no thanks.
right? I just thought, wow, what a cool brush off. Like, I need to figure out 90 different ways to say that exact thing, but rephrase.
Yeah. It's
Um,
like he went to Chat GPT. Like, how do I turn it down in a nice way?
But at the time of the blowing up of the story, when Meghan and Harry weren't getting the story that they wanted, so they said, no, we won't participate in any story. It was rumored that Anna Wintour like said banished her forever. She was like, you know what? She's drama. I don't want to deal with her. Are you more inclined to believe those whispers after hearing that quote directly from him? I've done it, not interested in doing it again. Are you more inclined to believe the rumors that she was difficult behind the scenes? There were other rumors too when she did the September issue that she like wanted to hype it up and she wanted to leak certain things. And the magazine was like, we're Vogue. We don't have to do that. And things were leaked. And they realized it was her and her friends or her and her team against their guidance leaking things to prepare people for this issue.
It could be a myriad of things. So it could be A, she was a pain in the ass to work with. It could be B, she
A's looking pretty
acted.
strong right now, but repeat
Yeah,
B. Sorry.
exactly. It could be, she acted irresponsibly, or he didn't like the way she handled it and leaked things, etc. Or is it possible that she's just like not that big of a get?
I mean, honestly, today, I think yes,
Like
I
it's
do.
not that exciting anymore. She's kind of oversaturated the market. Like maybe he sees and senses that people aren't that excited by Meghan Markle. Let's be real.
I mean, 100%. When you think about the Hollywood Reporter, you're in this town, you know how the Hollywood Reporter is the Bible. Like every industry person that's somebody wants to be in it is reading it religiously. It's like their go-to. When the Hollywood Reporter called her a dictator in high heels and went after her for being an alleged bully to employees and talked about that turnover, said we interviewed 12 different people. Harry and Meghan's rebuttal was to go to Us Weekly magazine. Like, I mean, maybe Vogue-esque people are looking at that going, no. I mean, I even thought at the time, why wouldn't you go to Vogue or some at the time? I feel like
Or
they
like
would have
Vanity
taken
Fair, something
it.
a little bit
Yes.
more upper escalon,
Yeah.
escalon, something that has a little bit more higher echelon. That's the
Yeah.
word. It doesn't. Us Weekly is very like low grade. Like who are their PR people?
Yeah.
And I don't know actually. Like maybe they just, but something feels amiss here. So yeah, it could be personal or it could be a professional choice. Like I want someone a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I definitely think you're right that it's professional, but also it's important to note that this same man has become a global ambassador for the King's Trust. King
Oh.
Charles is.
So there's a
Um,
personal, like probably an issue where he's like, I don't want to screw over my buddy.
right, exactly. I also
And
saw,
my alliance is with him.
yeah, and just I thought this was interesting because this seems like a room she would want to be in. At the launch of the magazine, Julia Roberts graces the debut cover. Gwyneth Paltrow was there, Machine Gun Kelly, Lauren Sanchez, and Jeff Bezos all showed up to toast the launch of the magazine. That is a room Meghan Markle would want to be in. I mean,
Yeah.
minus Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know what they would have to talk about.
She'd find something to talk about.
They have kids. They could talk about parenthood.
For sure.
What a unique conversation. Hey guys, I want to share a brand that I love, Peak. Peak has taken a modern science-based approach to wellness, creating tea crystals and superfood blends made with exceptionally clean ingredients. Their products are all about making daily health habits easier and more effective, whether that's supporting digestion, glowing skin, steady energy, or just feeling your best. Personally, hydration was always a struggle for me. I drank plenty of water, experimented with electrolytes, and even stuck to the right skincare routine. Yet, I still dealt with dry skin, brain fog, and restless nights. That shifted when I started Peak's deep hydration protocol. In the morning, I use BT Fountain, their beauty electrolyte. It helps hydrate from within, smooth skin, and gives me lasting energy. In the evening, I switched to RE Fountain, the calming electrolyte, which contains a gentle form of magnesium that eases tension and helps me get deep, restful sleep without feeling groggy the next day. What sets it apart for me is the purity. No sugar, no fillers, no artificial flavors, just real ingredients like lemon juice and beetroot. Within a week, I noticed my skin looking more plump and hydrated. My focus was sharp, and my overall energy had improved. If you want to give it a try, I've got a special link for you in the show notes. It's 20% off for life plus a free gift with my link, peaklife.com/Kinsey. That's PIQUE life.com/Kinsey. All right, Markle, former colleague of Bumble founder Whitney Wolfe Herd, says she hit her boss, called one woman an anorexic B word, and used the N word. Read full shocking expose. So we were talking earlier about the idea of being markled. You're basically canceled if you get too close to Harry and Meghan. I think that this story is wild. Now, I'll just go into some of the backstory here. So I don't get sued. According to the Daily Mail, her Instagram tagline, Whitney's, is yearningly romantic for the love of love. And It's this pursuit of love, which feminist icon Whitney Wolfe Herd, by the way, I would have changed my last name a long time ago after that trial where this Amber Heard allegedly pooped in a bed, says drove her to astonishing business success. And her former employees, have you seen this Hulu show that's about her? I couldn't watch it because I could just tell it was like she was probably likely involved and it was probably just a big love fest for her. So I,
No, but I just heard about this because my friend, I know the reporter for the Daily Mail that wrote this expose. His name is Josh Boswell,
yeah.
and I saw him talk about it, and then I looked into this, and I remember. I mean, I watched the whole, um, the one about is it the founder of Uber?
Joseph
But now
Gordon
I can't
Levitt.
remember.
Joseph Gordon
Joseph
Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Like, and I love that kind of a show. I
Yeah.
love when you have like a scripted or the other one that starred Anne
Amanda.
Hathaway.
Oh, Anne Hathaway.
Oh, yeah, the Amanda one with
Yeah.
or the blood, the
Yes.
brick. I can't remember anyone's name right now. Or the Anna Delvey. Like I love
Yeah.
these kinds of shows. So
Yes.
I'm kind of interested. It's called Swiped on
Yeah,
Hulu.
but aren't we more interested in the one made by her former employees than the one that she's
Well, so is there two of them? Are they
no,
competing?
we should be making the one with your
Okay.
friend Josh. We should be
Okay.
making that one, that scripted series.
Well, we
But
have to have a baseline. We'll watch
yeah.
this and then we'll compare it to the eventual one that's going to be better.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so according to your friend, your friend Josh did an amazing job talking
It's
to
crazy.
10 of Wolf's former colleagues and friends, who's given exclusive on the record interviews to the Daily Mail. And Wolf, according to this piece, hit her tender boss and then boyfriend, Justin Mateen, leaving a nasty bruise and even brandished a knife at him. The Daily Mail stresses that it has not seen proof that Wolf caused the bruise, and Wolf's representatives denied any violence by her. They also claim Wolf, who joined the startup dating app age 22 and later assumed the title of vice president of marketing, has exaggerated her role in creating Tinder, which is what we need to keep in mind while watching Swiped. Damningly, they say she used racial and homophobic slurs and was less than wait. I What kills me about this is the next line. Lawyers acting for Wolf in Los Angeles and London have sent strongly worded legal letters to some of the interviewees that the Daily Mail spoke to. In a stunning admission, are you ready for this? The
Yes.
representatives told us Wolf had occasionally used vile slurs, including the N word.
Awful.
Why? Like, I can't for the
Awful.
love of God. I can't for the love of God. Okay, so
How does this word even exist in some people's language? Like, I don't understand how, I mean, she's young. She's
she
like
is
25 years old. How are you raised? The only person that this word should ever come out is like a 97-year-old that wasn't raised in a time when it was like a wrong word to use and that it should be a mistake for them.
right.
But a
Right.
25-year-old woman, how?
Well, and then to like, I mean, I just don't even know why you would go here with the Daily Mail. Like, okay, if they wouldn't have addressed that at all,
Oh,
that
the
line,
representative said it.
yes, yeah.
Oh, that's the issue. Oh my
I
God, that's
mean, there are a
crazy.
couple of issues here, but to me, the fact that the representative says, "Yeah, but we did do that," but it's not what you think. You're just like, how? I need a minute. I need a minute to process this. Obviously, the act within itself is horrid, but the fact that the line can exist in the article, but she did do this, and their justification was that she was trying to keep up with the boys around her. Now we're talking about this here, Markled, because Meghan says in her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, where Whitney was her very first guest, that Whitney is one of her closest friends, and they talk about their entrepreneurial journey. And Whitney claims that she leads with empathy, which is like that's just so in Meghan's vocab. To me, she blew off one of her closest friends, Jessica Mulroney, over a
Mm-hmm.
BLM blow up. Jessica
Mm-hmm.
Mulroney was accused of not being more supportive during the BLM riots when an influencer called her out. How do you maintain a relationship with Whitney after this? I don't think that Meghan can continue to
Publicly show
yeah.
support.
I mean, am I crazy to think that I know Meghan's not going to come out and say anything, because when Tyler Perry was accused of sexual assault, she remained perfectly quiet. Never
Mm-hmm.
complain, never explain when it's convenient to you. But So I don't expect her to say anything here, but I certainly don't think that she should work with her or collaborate with her in any way, shape, or form going forward. Or will society completely ignore this and can Whitney go on because she already is so financially successful? Do we allow things like this to slide when people hit a certain peak of success?
I think she's not a big enough name is the issue. I think
Mhm.
like the fact that it has only been reported by Daily Mail and it's not getting massive pickup, like in my views, like I go on all the websites every day, right? And collect stories and I cover not just the royal family. I cover kind of a variety of things. And the only place I've seen it be picked up is the Daily Mail. It hasn't really been a big story. And I think that's because essentially, unless maybe you're in an entrepreneurial space, she's an unknown name. She's not a
Right,
name.
right.
And so, because of that, I think it's going to kind of get
There,
buried.
that's my issue. I guess the reason why I highlight it is because it's like just another example of Harry and Meghan not doing Fergie blowing up this week because she wrote Jeffrey
Yes.
Epstein apologizing for calling him a predator and
Yeah.
saying you're like such a good friend to me. It reminds me of Andrew and Fergie. Harry and Meghan, without the protection and the common sense of the palace, don't do their due diligence, and you are who you associate with.
Yeah.
So how can you confidently sit next to somebody calling them one of your dearest friends when you know they've used racist terms? Tyler Perry is the godfather to your child and is accused of sexually assaulting and harassing his employees. The list goes on and on. Jessica Mulroney accused of racism. Like it just feels like they're not careful enough in this independent pursuit. And is that why they have so many hiccups along the way?
I don't know. It could be either, I don't know. It's like a chicken or the egg, right?
Yeah.
Either you
All
are
the
finding,
things.
yeah, you could find problematic people and not see it, or just you're friends with powerful people who tend to be problematic. I
Mm,
don't know. I mean, it's a really, really weird industry. Honestly, this is a weird industry filled with fake people. Hollywood is filled with so many fake people. You know it, right? You know it, you see it, you're around it. And they're filled with fake people, and powerful people are, and rich people are also just the same. And a lot of them are horrible people
right.
behind the scenes, right? And they all pretend to be all these philanthropic, perfect, wonderful people when the camera's on, the Ellen DeGeneres of the world, you know?
There's another example, Meghan Markle friend.
Exactly, exactly. Wait, did you cover on this show at all the Stassi Schroeder Meghan Markle story?
No, do you know the backstory? Because say it if you do. I'm not
Yeah.
like a Bravo girl. I'm just a
This is
Southern
an
Charm girl.
interesting.
Yeah, go
Okay, so
ahead.
this is a good little way to end today. So, Stassi Schroeder is a Bravo huge star. She was on Vanderpump Rules, and she was like the biggest star of that show. And she's become a huge Bravo star because of that. And she has written multiple books, and now she has a mom, she has a family, she has a big podcast, and she also still stars on Lisa Vanderpump's offshoots, Vanderpump Villa. She is a huge Meghan Markle fan. There's a few people,
We found
your
the
face.
one.
There's a few people out there that just like are obsessed with the royal life and like that kind of energy and really like Meghan Markle. I can't relate. She loves her. So she has been for the last few years just very into that kind of Meghan Markle style and her lifestyle. Like that is her vibe. She loves it. So she talks about it all the time. She named her kids similar, like she likes it.
Yeah.
And she has never anything bad to say about her. So then she finds out that the girls that host The Toast, which is a very, very popular daily entertainment pop culture podcast that don't have very positive things to say about Meghan Markle, received PR boxes from Meghan Markle. And Stassi goes on her show and she goes, I can't believe that I am such a fan of Meghan Markle. And these girls, they don't outright like talk shit every day about her, but they are not kind. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
Yeah.
They talk like honest about the good and the bad. And they received it, and she didn't give me anything. And I have been literally giving her, like, she goes on tour, Stassi, and brings out Meghan Markle content, like
Oh,
pictures.
Oh my God.
Okay. She goes, I am so upset that I am done with Meghan Markle. I am done with her. I am unfollowing her. And she takes out her phone and she's like, I am unfollowing her. My era of Meghan Markle is over. Like, she is a control freak. She is done. She is obsessed with having a perfect vision. She's like a Blake Lively. That's what she said on her podcast.
Oh my gosh. So
So she totally turned on her.
is she a royalist where we also sometimes get pictures of Catherine, Princess of Wales, or does she just like Meghan Markle? Because I really struggle with people that say, I love the royal family, but then they also post pictures of Meghan Markle because I'm like, this woman has taken a match to the royal family for the last 5 years. I don't think there's any in between. I think you're either pro-royal or you're Harry and Meghan. And I actually don't, I try not to communicate with anybody that's in the center because that makes no sense to me.
I don't know. I didn't like ask her.
Yeah.
I have a feeling she's a royal family girl. Like, she loves anything. Yeah, I would imagine she's obsessed with the royal family in
Yeah.
general and
Yeah.
also that. So you may not like her vibe for that, but she is off team Meghan.
Wow. And this is another example again of the due diligence. Like if Megan's team were doing a good job, they'd see that there was this huge pop culture
She has
personality.
millions of followers.
Yeah, that is sweet about you. And why wouldn't you? And honestly, like huge missed opportunity to have her on that show. That's interesting to me. I would watch her talking to crazy reality people. Like I would watch that.
Right?
That's so much more interesting to me than watching her talk to like chefs that she's meeting for the first time that are like you're not even on my level, you know?
Yeah, this would make so much more sense. Stassi is like, she's fun, she's funny, she has kids the same age. They would actually kind of almost be real life friends, maybe.
Do you think that Megan's going to try to redeem herself or do you
I
think she's
guarantee you she's going to
yeah,
get just like she did with the girl from Not Skinny But
and
Not
not
Fat.
fat? Yeah.
It's going to be
With
the same thing. She's going to get a handwritten note. Watch.
oh yeah, I think you're right. Where's mine?
You're going to get one now?
No,
Good
there's
luck with
no way.
that.
There's no way. Yeah, good luck is it
I'll
is
send
is
you
the
one.
truth. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I had a documentary company reach out to me and they're putting together one of Meghan and Harry and they're like, we might have you try some as ever products. I was like, against my, like over my dead body, over my dead body. Like,
No.
you know, there are in olden times, the royal family like had poison taste testers before they ate any food. They had like a person that would taste the food to make sure that somebody wasn't trying to secretly poison them. And that is I'm going to hire for that on Craigslist if they're going to try to make me eat as ever anything or even drink as ever anything. I'm like, I don't,
Oh my God. You're going to be the one person that goes down eating
yeah,
as ever.
yes,
That was your last meal?
yes, that was.
The jam?
Oh my gosh, the loose fruit spread, daily dose of Donna. Daily
The
dose
loose,
of Donna.
here lies Kinsey Schofield. Then she went down. Her last meal was the loose fruit spread by As
Oh,
Ever.
I
That's
mean,
what did her in.
oh, please no, please no. What are you covering this week on your show?
Karen Reed's civil trial is back. I'm
Oh,
obsessed.
yeah,
I
that
love
does
the
give
Karen
you a
Reed
lot of
trial,
good.
so I'm into that. We talked about how Justin Baldoni's like allegedly his attorneys sent over a process server
At
to
2 a.m. At 2 a.m.
something seems very shady
Like
and weird.
crawling over a fence. Like I just don't feel like anybody would go. That's the right strategy. 2 a.m. over the fence.
At Travis Kelsey's house for Taylor Swift and then expect not to get arrested. Something
Yeah,
seems off.
right.
And then we talked about, of course, we're talking about Jimmy Kimmel and all that drama, and people are very up in arms. Very, very, people are very sensitive about this.
He's going to be back on tonight, right? Is it
He's
tonight?
he's on, and I'm sure he's making jokes.
Well, and he's gonna. It'll be on YouTube, like it's
Nothing
available
has
to
changed.
everybody. Everybody is gonna be fine. Everybody,
Everyone
pump the
breathe.
brakes. Exactly. Chill out. Daily dose of Donna. Go subscribe right now if you haven't. Donna Bowling. What a blessing you are. What a fun chat we had. I love that you allow me to get like all into the crevices of the royal gossip. Thank you for
Just
doing
like
that.
just like Megan's rings, like just like the food
Just
into
like the
Megan's rings.
sourdough in Meghan Markle's engagement ring that she keeps giving facelifts to. Like if Prince Harry gave me a ring, and I'm not jealous, I don't want Prince Harry. I wanted Prince William. That boat has come and gone. Okay. But
Okay.
I would love, I would keep the ring that Prince Harry made for me, that he created for me. Meghan Markle has changed it like 3 times since they've been married. Like,
Bad sign.
bad sign. Like, nothing's
Super
ever
bad
good
sign.
enough. Nothing's ever good enough. Like,
I
that's
did it at
crazy.
10 years
Oh, wow.
once.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
but that's like a normal thing.
that
When we
is.
when we
That's
got
what I'm
engaged,
saying. Like,
he
that's
was
like a,
20, what, 29, 30. Like when you're engaged, you're not supposed to have like all your decisions. We changed it at 40 years old. That's
yeah.
normal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, although Megan was 40 when she changed it, she just,
Okay, whatever.
yeah,
But then
yeah,
also 41, 42,
yeah.
43.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Well, agree with us, disagree with us. Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to talk to you again so soon. Thank you for hanging out with me today.
Thank you.
Bye.